Yay! It's Superglue release night. I've only been a mess all week, but I'm doing it. I'm Ella Vos.
I'm Tommy English.
Hi everyone. So excited to see you. I'm not a mess at all. I've only been waiting for this night for 3 years nearly. Kind of 2.5, 3. So it feels really special, and so thanks for being here. Basically, me and Tommy are gonna talk. We're gonna interview each other about making the album together, and I'm like shaking a little bit because I'm nervous to interview my husband. And
Oh my gosh! Don't be nervous.
I'm not nervous, but I'm just really excited. So anyway, here we are. So I printed out some questions for us
On green
glitter
cards.
Green glitter cards, yes. Would you like to do the honors of picking the first?
Sure. Alright, so this will be a question for me to ask you.
Yes.
Okay.
Or both.
Okay, this one says both. And this question is from Renee, who's also our camera operator.
Yep.
Okay, what did you like about making the album together?
Yeah.
Great question.
Well, okay, I think my favorite thing about making the album together was getting to know Tommy in a really creative way. Like, you're so talented, and I think just getting to experience like songwriting in a new way was really cool, and I feel like working with you just like opened up like new ways for me to think about my music. So that was my favorite. That was my favorite part about making the album with you.
I think my favorite part was just making it over kind of a long period of time and not on any set schedule. Worked on it a lot during the pandemic, during weird hours, and then kind of squeezing in time here and there to work on it later on in the process. Having just a lot of time to kind of simmer and think about the songs.
Yeah.
And let them kind of grow at their own pace.
Yeah.
Next question.
Okay.
Both. Okay. We're starting with some nice, easy questions. This is great. Favorite song on the album? This is actually I think this is a hard question. I don't know if I have a favorite song on the album.
Well, last time you said like,
Yeah, what did I say? You asked me the other day.
My favorite song is Glitter and Tears.
Glitter and Tears is probably my favorite song.
I said my favorite song was probably Mind Reader.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also one of my favorite songs.
Yes.
Also, all the songs are my favorite songs. So.
All the songs are my favorite songs. Okay.
Both. How did you handle disagreements with each other over songwriting?
I feel like we didn't have a lot of, or I feel like if we had any disagreements, we would just take a break and do something else and come back to it later.
Yeah.
And let us both like think about it and
walk it
off. Yeah. I feel like it never got it never got intense, or and we never really disagreed strongly over Or maybe we did.
I can't really remember any examples.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
That's good.
Okay.
No, we weren't openly disagreeing about songwriting in front of you. Okay. Next question. Both. What music brought you together?
You want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Mom first.
Yeah.
Well, literally, working on Born's record brought us together in the world. So there's that. That's how we met. Some of the other music that I feel like we have connected over has been Krumben has been our staple. There's one really great song that I feel like made me I feel like it's our song.
What song?
The Tony Lane song.
Oh yeah.
I Need You.
That was our first dance at our wedding was to a song called "I Need You" by a songwriter named Tony Lane.
Yeah, it's such a great song.
Yeah. Also the Beatles. We like to play a lot of Beatles songs on the piano around the house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. The Beatles is one of our it's just what we do every night is sit down at the piano, or not every night, but if we can get down, sometimes if we can make it to the piano together at the same time, we play through the Beatles book.
Yeah. What songs do you play?
I could play "The Long and Winding Road" on the piano.
What about Strawberry Field? Do you ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
But also,
Next question.
Okay, this question is for both. What was the hardest part about making the album? I think for me, the hardest part about making the album was, I guess this felt like my first time, really being the, boss of my own project. And so having to make decisions on when things were done was a challenge, but it was a really good challenge. I feel like I learned a lot doing that. Renee's bored.
Let's see. The hardest part for me was the studio we were working in during the pandemic was a horrible size for a recording studio. I found out too late that basically couldn't hear bass. It was a really small room. So initially the first drafts of all the songs that we did in there came out sounding really kind of weird. But then we fixed it.
You gotta get behind the camera.
And also starting sessions after Renee went to bed was...
Yeah, doing a lot of late night sessions was difficult. I feel like, one of the other challenges that you dealt with making this album is that you moved studios twice.
Bless you. Yeah,
which is crazy.
Well, the whole time we were making it was kind of COVID and then moving and different. It wasn't any very settled time when we were working on it.
Card fell.
Oh.
I know, I put it there.
Oh.
Thank you. That's my throwaway stack.
Why? Why are
So
you gonna throw them away?
And no, just toss them so I don't read them again. You gotta stop hitting the camera. Okay, next question.
All right.
Oh. both. What inspired making the album? Falling in love. I guess falling in love during like a really difficult time in the world, and being able to like, I guess like making the album was a healing part of dealing with everything that was going on. So yeah.
Good answer.
Okay.
Both. When do you know a song is complete and ready to release?
When it's mastered and turned in.
I guess we've been using the term lately in the studio when it stops giving me intrusive thoughts when I'm listening to it. Like, oh, that doesn't feel good, or that lyric doesn't seem right for when I can listen through the whole thing and just listen to it like, as a listener and not hear any mistakes or judge it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if I have like any part of a song that gives like just, I'm like, I don't know, makes me just like shift a little bit. Uncomfortable. I need to work it out. So.
Yeah. So when it feels comfy. Either, where was the album written and produced?
Well, I mean, we kind of covered this, but we started in our Highland Park house, and
17 minutes, 43 seconds.
Thank you. We started in our like 800 square foot house with both of our studios. As I like to say, it was bursting with music. We called it the micro studio. It was like a single car garage. It was really bursting with music. We had a full drum set in there, upright piano, tons of synths.
Electric drum set.
It was just stacked in there.
Piano.
Guitars covering the walls.
Yeah.
And instruments all over the house as well, in every single room.
Yeah. Acoustic in the living room.
And the whirling.
And then I think
I was recording outside for a little while.
Yeah, there was recording happening outside. You would hear the drums from driving down the street up to the house. Especially if Mike Byrne was there.
Yeah.
If he was over there.
He was.
Yeah.
It was very small.
Yeah, and so, but that was like our pandemic studio, and it was, I mean, I feel like we figured out a lot of stuff together, or I feel like I was there while you figured out a lot of stuff in the studio. Just like reworking the studio vibe and
yeah. Well, my former studio had a mold infestation right at the beginning of the pandemic, so I moved into your former walk-in closet. So we reconfigured everything, and then we ended up moving again in the middle of making the album. So
yeah.
I think this is too long. Do you think we should move on to the next question?
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
okay, Tommy. 2-part question. How do you approach writing and producing as a whole? Did you change or adjust your approach with me?
That's a pretty broad question. I don't think I changed my approach at all, except maybe it's just more involved or just more deeply involved since we live together and spend all our time together anyway. So not just seeing you on like some sort of studio schedule. But other than that, I tried to just to not change, not do things differently and be just as objective as possible without hurting your feelings. But I do that anyways, so that's my approach, I would say. But yeah, I think initially I did put some thought into if we're gonna collaborate on music, about not like giving you any sort of special treatment or like changing my process since we're married.
Yeah. I felt that.
That's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was different for me just since we're bouncing around so much. It wasn't made in like a set space, so it was a little bit more random than a normal album I make. And since we live together, it was a little more flexible than like, let's just go make an album in 2 months and get it done and work every day. It was a little more spread out.
Yeah, sometimes we would work like super early in the morning, like
we would like work
in
out
pajamas.
like 7 in the morning or at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I think maybe I let things just happen a little more organically since we had more time.
Yeah.
And since we didn't have to worry about like scheduling time to like get together and do things, we could just kind of like let things simmer for a bit.
Yeah.
Happen on their own. Both. What songs or artists inspired the sound of Superglue?
I feel like we were listening to, I mean, we kind of already answered this question, but
Like Khruangbin. I said Chicago way.
yeah.
Black Sabbath, Beatles,
Definitely
Daft
Black.
Punk, Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. A lot of Daft Punk.
I watched the Timbaland what's that show called? Like how to produce.
Oh yeah.
Like his like not TED Talk, but I remember listening to that Justin Timberlake album a bunch.
Renee, don't do that. You gotta watch the camera.
Okay, next question.
Oh, also Shania Twain.
Yeah.
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 Kind of goes without saying that.
Oh, okay. Question for Tommy. What was something that surprised you about making this album with me?
Well, let's see. I mean, I guess I was surprised that it happened at all because when we started dating, we like decided we weren't gonna work on music together,
Right.
just to keep things like simple. But then the pandemic happened, and during lockdown had so much free time, and we're just all stuck together. So
Yeah.
I'm glad it happened. I feel like it would have happened anyway, but yeah, it was kind of a surprise that we started making because we weren't planning on it.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah. And we never really we never even talked about it. We just kind of were like, well,
we just started
we're
making
jamming.
songs for fun out of boredom.
Yeah.
Which is kind of one of my favorite ways to do it.
That's really how we made like every song.
Yeah.
It was just, yeah. Next question.
Right.
Renee, what's the time?
Oh my God.
25 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh my gosh, we only have 5 minutes till.
No.
All right.
5 minutes at the beginning. That was setup.
Oh, that's
Oh, yeah.
right. Okay.
And either were there any songs that started out completely different than they ended up? All of them did, for the most part.
Renee, you gotta watch out for the camera. Yeah, all of them, definitely. Well, the Wash and Pavement.
Oh yeah, those ones. Were
So
just one of them.
track 9 and 10, the last 2 songs on the album, which you'll hear very soon. Those were like day 1 demos.
Yeah, I guess Superglue, the song stayed pretty much the same, and Forever Home.
Yeah, that was
So-
like day 1 demos.
And yeah, I guess the ones that changed the most are like Mind Reader and Mountain got sped up like 20 BPM.
Yeah, Baby Fever started on guitar. Baby Fever, which is the song on the album that you'll hear in a minute. Track 6.
Yeah, and that song used to have a very interesting kind of like sitar-y like lick or something in the beginning that Jeremy convinced us to take out.
Yes, he was very wise. It was like a weird violin. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, this question is for both. How is it collaborating and producing together as a couple? Well, I feel like, I mean, I think it's fun. I think it's really challenging, but not at the same time. It's easy and hard at the same time.
Yeah.
I feel like I've tried to be a better communicator, working together, and I feel like maybe working together has made us stronger as a couple too. So yeah.
I think that's true. Okay,
good.
next question.
Lauren, how do you come up with concepts for your music videos?
Ooh. Well, I usually have some sort of like dream or daydream, or sometimes, and I've had actual dreams at night that I've turned into music videos. The concept for Superglue, well, when we were making Superglue, we were just spending so much time traveling, like road tripping and being in nature. And nature's always been like a big part of my aesthetic anyway. So it just made sense to highlight, these 4 elements. And that was like the guiding light of the music videos. Renee, stop playing with the camera. That was the 4 classical elements: air, water, fire, earth. Yes, that's how I come up for music video ideas. Next question.
With your friend and collaborator.
With my incredible friend and collaborator, who I literally, yeah, okay, sorry, I forgot to mention Kate Rentz, who every time I have a video idea, I call her up and I spew a ton of ideas at her, and she turns it into a music video.
Into magic. Okay. Lauren, how do you choose the titles of your songs?
Well, I don't always choose them.
What do you mean?
Sometimes someone else in a session
Sometimes somebody else picks it for you. Or suggests it.
suggests it.
Yeah, true.
Like Superglue. I mean, you thought of Superglue.
Okay. Well, what about on the ones where you picked the title?
Well, for Baby Fever, I did think of the title first. I thought it was a funny idea, and so I sat down and wrote the first thing that Baby Fever made me think of. But then, like, Mind Reader just kind of like came as I was singing that melody. It's just like those, I don't know, that word
That one
just
was called
kind of,
something else for a while there. I can't remember now.
well, it was called Bleeding Heart for a long
Yeah.
time because the bridge says Bleeding Heart in it.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, why'd you decide to change that one?
My wonderful manager, Katie Eggs, was like, I'm pretty sure this should be called Mind Reader, which she was 100% right.
Yeah. Because you say it a lot in the song.
I do say it the most in the song. It makes
In the
no sense.
chorus
It
of
is
the
what the
song.
song is about.
Yeah.
Next question.
So titles generally should be like about what the song is about, or
Generally,
a word
I
that is
feel
like
like
notable in the song.
I've tried to do the thing where you have a different title, a title that's unrelated to the song.
Yeah.
It's, you know, cool.
I've tried that too.
And it doesn't work for me.
My old band, my first band did that, and now I can't remember the names of any of our songs.
Yeah.
They're all, yeah. But it was a choice. I do like a lot of bands that have done that,
I do too.
but it is harder to remember the titles, like to Mars Volta songs,
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's no big deal.
31 minutes and 50 seconds.
Thank you. Okay, wrapping up. Tell me, is there a song on the album that you think should have been a single but isn't?
I think they're all singles. I think it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really. What was the first song you ever wrote together? Did it wind up making the album? If not, can we hear it?
Wait, both one or two?
Both.
Okay.
It's both.
Well, we did try to write a song before the wash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
And we
can't
wrote
remember.
half of the song. It's called The End.
Wait,
It's-
I can't remember it.
I don't know that song.
We never finished it, so I didn't play it for anyone.
Oh.
So no, you
That
can't.
doesn't count then. You didn't finish it.
I made the verse and the chorus.
Okay. So the
Half
answer
the
is
song. So
that, but
officially,
no.
the first song we finished together was "The Wash," which is track 9, and we wrote it on the 3rd day of the pandemic of our lockdown quarantine.
Yeah. That song was just made basically in your living room.
Yeah, on 2 instruments,
Mm.
on a Prophet and a drum machine.
It's a little hallway jam. Remember this?
Yep.
Okay, this next question. This next
33,
question.
36
I think this might be the last one. Lauren, did you ever get really excited making music together that you got to take a little French baguette break from Carol? This one is
This one is an adult
it
question.
was PG-13. I think.
PG-13.
Okay, let's pick another one.
Okay.
Both.
Oh!
Everyone in the room, what's your favorite Seinfeld episode?
Probably for me, of course you know.
Wait, I don't know.
The Pez.
Oh,
yeah, the Pez
Pez
dispenser.
Pez dispenser is pretty good.
It's either the Pez dispenser or the keys.
The Keys is really good.
Oh yeah, Keys is intense. Wait, which is the one where,
Actually, the keys.
Keys?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Is yours Pez dispenser?
No.
What's the one we were just watching where
Yeah.
Kramer's banging on the table trying to get Joe DiMaggio?
Oh my gosh, that one's incredible.
know what I'm
There's
talking about?
there's so many good things that happen in that one.
But yeah,
I can't think of what
basically,
it's called.
season 2 through 4 is, yeah, A+.
Yeah.
What
Okay.
about 888 times?
Sure. Should we just do one more question?
Okay.
Yeah,
Should I look
because
at all of them and see?
Because it's 35, 24.
Okay. Superglue is gonna premiere in any minute. Okay. Fun question, Tommy.
I don't want to do the last question.
Okay.
Okay. Here you go. Ooh. Lauren, which song from the album are you most looking forward to performing live?
Mind Reader. Definitely.
Yes, that's my favorite song. I want to hear it first.
Yeah, I just think it's gonna you're gonna really feel it at the live show.
Mm-hmm.
Open and close with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Okay, should we wrap it up?
Okay, and should we do another practice round, or should we?
Oh no, that was it. Did you stop it?
No.